Good morning, Paul. Building a sand mine for academic protocol. The local government chairman, ably represented by the chief of staff, our real father, the board chairman, the state librarian, all our directors of public library and other directors here present from local government and other places. I feel highly delighted and honored to be invited to make presentation on the vital topic of building a sound mind for academic success. Let me reiterate that in the ongoing quest for educational excellence, the significance of mental clarity and focus cannot be overstated. Hence, the justification and rationale behind this choice of the topic for today's lecture. This discourse aims to elucidate the interconnectedness between mental health and academic performance. Efforts are therefore being made here to give insight to both foundational definitions and practical approaches to the need for cultivating a sound mind for success in education. We need to be reminded that one fundamental objective of education is to help learners achieve sound mind and academic success. A person with sound mind will know the differences between right and wrong. We will have developed the capacities and competencies. One must be able to show evidence of possessing emotional intelligence and be able to demonstrate adaptive skills and mental alertness. You can see that some of our lecturers, some of the people that have come here, the DMC have said it, that we need reading. When I was young like you, my brother used to tell me, Sasa, go and read your book, go and read. I believe that no problem, I will pass. But at the end of my own level, I discovered that I hardly make 3 credits out of 8 credits. 8 subjects. I'm pretty disappointed. To go home, it's very difficult for me to go home. So my brother is waiting for me at home. Not minding when my father will be around during the weekend. The day I enter home, my brother said, let me see your result. I'll be telling you, I'm so a carry. I don't carry. You can see the result now. That was when I realized that when I read, I'm going to pass. By the time I start for the second exam, I make sure I read. And to not be the glory, I was able to make my own level. After the old level, come down. And then they say, at least I'm what I want for old level and I pass. That would not be a problem to me. I sat for down, and unfortunately I never scored up to 200. I couldn't secure admission that year. So I now realize that when you read, definitely you are going to pass. Show interest of know your subject, and you will definitely pass. Let's know that. Let me define 3 key terms as relevant to the presentation. 1, sound mind. The term sound mind refers to mental state characterized by clarity of thought, emotional stability, and the capacity to make rational decisions. A sound mind enables individuals to think critically, maintain focus in their studies, and navigate challenges with resilience. It embodies not just intellectual competence, but also emotional intelligence, allows students to manage stress and interpersonal relations effectively. Number 2, academic success. Academic success can be defined as achievement of educational goals, which may include completing course, excelling in an examination, or obtaining a diploma or degree. factor student base on their individual aspirations and standards. For some, it means making good grades. For others, it might entail mastering in specific skills or subject area. Academic success is often viewed through the lens of performance. Metrics such as grades, tests, scores, and teachers. Let me say this. When you read, you will definitely pass. Not just reading alone. You read and you comprehend. When you read and you comprehend, definitely you will surely pass exam. Once you are able to comprehend, you read question in an exam, you will be able to interpret that question. But when you are not reading, you affect your writing. Somebody that reads regularly will definitely interpret the question, exam question with ease. And when he started writing, he writes correctly. But if you are not reading is not part of you. By the time you read question, you continue interpreting. By the time you are able to understand what the question is all about, the time is going on your side. So you need to develop reading habits. You need it. It's very, very important. Even after your school starts, by the time you go for any trade, you cannot compare yourself with somebody that doesn't pass through secondary school. Once you are able to pass secondary school, you develop that reading habit, you learn any trade. When others are spending 2 years, 3 years to complete the training, 2 years, your guy will be telling you, go and do this for me, go and do that for me. And from you, you will be making money. By the time you become yourself, you will be making a big money for your own. I have that experience. Academic achievement. This time refers to tangible output of a student's educational effort. Academic achievements most commonly include grades, awards, recognitions, and successful completion of coursework. Unlike academic success, which is a broader concept, encompasses overall educational goals. Academic achievement is about measurable accomplishment within the framework. After your secondary school, before you finish your secondary school, if you are a science student, when I was in secondary school, I have so many friends in science. I didn't do science because I'm very poor in mathematics. But my friends that are doing math that are in science, and then we finish our own level, they say that mathematics is a bonus. And let me tell you, when we have results, they all have credit in mathematics. Some are 3. Additional subject of them is Yoruba. And let me say this, those of us that are in social science, commercial class, some of us cannot even make Yoruba. Those people in science, they make their Yorubas, even in distinction form. So let us cultivate the habit of reading. If you are not reading, please try and be reading. You don't have any reason not to read. Unfortunately, our parents are not here today. I have a message for them too. Because some of our parents, they don't buy books for their children. Unless our private school, because we all know that if you are sending your children to private school, you have to abide with their rule and regulation. Whatever list of books they give to you, you must acquire everything. Because your children, your word will not allow you to rest until you buy all those books. But public schools, our parents, they don't buy books for our children. I don't know reason why. Some will buy mathematics, they won't buy English. Some will buy English, they won't buy mathematics. And the parents that buy for their children, yeah, they will be checking. That is that book I bought for you. Don't you know how much I bought it? It's around 4,000, 5,000. Why did you give it to your friend? All sorts of things will not allow all our friends to be giving our books to their friends. When we are in secondary school, we do borrow from our friends. Our friends do borrow from us, and we do take care of that. But if a friend give you a book and you don't take proper care of it, definitely he'll give you another book again. Building a sound mind is the relationship between academic success and academic achievement is inherently reciprocal. Success is often evaluated through achievement. Conversely, achievement fosters a sense of success that may motivate further academic engagement. Students who achieve high grades tend to feel a greater sense of accomplishment, leading to increased motivation and enhanced learning experience. Conversely, students who struggle with academic tasks may experience feeling of failure, which can hinder future performance. We have some students, since their JS1, they've been coming first, up to SS3. The issue is that once you are very active, you don't want other people to beat you. That's why they have been making it. But for you that have issue with your academic performance, don't relax. You can be better than the person that came first all the time. But you don't relax because you have about 5 subjects out of 8 subjects does not permit you to relax. That doesn't mean you have to relax. You have to buckle up so that at the end of the day, you will come out to try follow. All this we are saying, we have those experience. Then our teachers, when a student is lacking in any subject, don't allow that student to relax. Bring it to yourself. Talk to him. Encourage him. You will see that even when you give test, you give assignment, monitor that student that is performing below expectation. By your relationship with him or her, generally you brace up. And once you brace up, he or she continue like that. At the end of this course, you will be remembering the teacher that helped him or her grow. Building a sound mind. Building a sound mind is an intentional process that denounces stigma while embracing mental wellness practice. When you are not active like your mate, don't feel relaxed. Don't hide in the corner. Play with them. By the time you see that you are the poorest student in the class, don't say that I will play with the best student. Try to encourage yourself. Move with them. Play with them. Let me give an example. When I was admitted to Ibarapa, there's a friend of mine. He doesn't come to class regularly. When we do any test, we do any assignment, when he always comes first, he has the best mark. I now go to him. Darling, how do you make it? After all, you always copy my assignment. He used to come from Igbo. You always copy my assignment. You know what this guy said? He said, "Ah, going to that. Oh, you forgot to do what they expected the question letter. I now collect his assignment. I read through it. I now collect. Oh, better. Going to that. It's because I'm going to that. Assignment for Monday, for party for you that you look for me and collect my assignment. Who the pass you know? My test for assignment there, 1, 2, 3 times. I pay for. So when we do any test, to party for that, the sound is all the same. I score a mark or a gift score a mark ahead of me. When you result, continue for that. Can you see that? Can you walk away after any evening? If you assignment, you know, I may not play. But by the time you get this assignment out to me, you know where it's going. You know why you do it. And that's how you do it. Tí bá ti lẹ́yìn kan tó ń ṣe dáadáa, àìmú ṣe how do you do it. Including at home, when I visited some of my friends, I see the way they handle their wife, the way they take care of the child, their children. I do the same thing in my house. And it has been working for me. None of my children do that twice. But I tell them, do that. First time is 40-20, but then you take the second time, you move on to 220 again. That's that. All of them work. They read and they were able to perform. Some of the other children of my friends, I do tell them when I go to their house, please read everywhere. That is not an easy thing. So, and that we want to. So if you see any of the friends, and this money I am after, look at his loan. How is she doing it? How is she doing it? So this is good. I'm not saying that you should use any charm or whatever you want to do to let that guy. But learn from that guy. Once you are able to learn from him, you become part and parcel. Building a sound mind is an intentional process that denounces stigma while embracing mental wellness. But there are several strategies that can be implemented to cultivate a sound mind. Emotional resilience. Developing emotional resilience is crucial. This can be achieved through a technique such as mindfulness, meditation, and stress management. Management practices. Students should learn how to to setback possibility, etc. Critical thinking. Academic success requires the ability to analyze and evaluate information. Students should be encouraged to think critically about their studies, engage in discussions and questions assumptions. This enhances cognitive flexibility and essential aspect of a sound mind. I know most of our secondary schools, they do organize quiz competition and others. So by the time you engage in quiz competition, don't allow any student to feel that he cannot do anything. Make sure each student come to the table, come forward and present something. It's very important. Don't let it be the way alone on every quiz competition. Make sure other students participate. If it's not more than 1 minute, let them talk. So when they are able to develop talking in front of people, that is part of their education as well. Health awareness. Physical health significant a balanced diet, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep contribute to overall well-being, supporting cognitive functions. This area concerns our parents. Most of our parents don't know why. When we are growing up, we don't know. In my house, they do give us money. No, we don't eat when we are going to school, but they give us enough money. So that when any of our friends are eating the primary school, we won't feel that, yeah, we like their money. They take care of us. Some of our parents today, they don't take care of the children. The father has left home early in the morning. By the time they come back in the evening, maybe one of the child just wake up to go to the toilet. And we hear the father snoring on the bed. That's when we notice that the father is never at home. Let's praise up our teachers. Very good. Father, some of our, any of the students doesn't need this before he comes to school. That will remind the parents. I'm happy to hear. We don't want them. Just as we said. Because many parents believe that every good thing that the children do is in the hand of the teacher. Not in the hand of the child. The majority of the effort is on the parents. Give your children things to read. If I don't read, I'm told as I am, I won't get myself. When I'm not passing, I can read and say that started early in the morning. And what I read in the morning, I better my sleep before 6 o'clock. And that's how I grew up. Though, when I was a child, it's pretty with additional small one. But when I grow up, I consider I'm putting more weight. Let me be easier to the morning and evening. So our parents, our students, don't eat in the morning, it will affect your academic achievement. Appeal to your mom and dad to be giving you money, to be giving you food, enough food, so that you can use the academic system. Goal setting. Establishing clear, achievable goals, direct focus, and sustained motivation. Students should learn to develop both short-term and long-term academic goals, providing a roadmap to academic success while reinforcing a sound mind. As I secondary school, when I was in Form 3 or Form 4 years, I will say that I want to become so. And I've been working in that direction. It's so far down, eventually down here, I didn't pursue that course. But the one I eventually find myself, I know it will become a Nigerian. So let's work, let's have a process, and let's follow up. If you want to witness it by science, try as much as possible to make sure that you read very well. Your physics, chemistry, math, biology are very, very challenging, including your English. If you are able to, if you are very good in English, there is no subject that you cannot practice. So try and read very well. If you are commercial, try to play some. Social science, try to play some to challenge. Make sure you cultivate the habit of reading. It's not when the exam is coming that you started to read. You read ahead. When you say you want to read towards exam, there is every tendency that you don't perform excellently. But if you have been reading, your concept, the habit of reading, there is no way you will have your good grade at the end of your exam. Correlation between sound mind and academic success. A sound mind serves as a foundation for academic achievement. Students who possess mental clarity are better equipped to absorb information, engage in deeper learning, and apply knowledge effectively. Here are some critical areas where sound mind correlates with academic success. Cognitive functioning. A well-established sound mind enhances cognitive functioning, such as memory, reasoning, and problem-solving skills. These cognitive abilities are essential for academic tasks and assessment. When you read, all your brain is very clear. In the olden days, when we don't have so much book examination, our parents would come together in the evening, they brought us together, they tell us series of stories. From these stories, some are from Ibarapa and some other Igbo. So many times Ibarapa. By that, even if you don't want to read, by that they tell us stories as in that book. They now close the chapter at the middle of the day. Every children that participated in the story that night, we want to read that book. That's why you have some of us that have all this Yoruba literature book in our home. So they encourage us to. But now some of the parents they are fully engaged on how to feed the family. So they don't have much time for story hours. But we children, we should develop ourselves as well. Because some of these parents are working for our success. If they are working on how to feed us, how to make us better, we also need to support the parents by making sure that we perform excellently in our academics. Stress management. Students with sound mental wellness are generally more adaptive at handling stress, which is an integral part of academic life. Effective stress management correlates with improved concentration, higher engagement in academic activities, and ultimately better performance. Those tell us that because I know you to give me some things to read in the morning, that's why I get to class and started sleeping. No. Study for your money either in the morning before you go to school. It's part of training. I must tell you. It's part of training. When you grow up, you know that you continue praying for those parents. That they are training you, they are bringing you up successfully. It's part of it. That is part of native intelligence we are talking about. That is part of all training. Economic and secondary in any academics. If you have your certificate and you don't have a home training, the certificate is as useless as anything. I remember very well. My former lecturer said that if a student has first class and doesn't have enough discipline, it's a serious matter, it's a serious case. So when you have a good grade, that's the quality of the church. Home training. Motivation and engagement. Students with healthy mindset often display high levels of motivation and engagement in their studies. Their positive outlook enables them to approach challenges with enthusiasm, leading to greater academic comfort and success. When you are well taken care of your parents and you face up to any challenge, whatever stress you must pass through, you look at it and just leave it by your side and face whatever you are doing. You don't allow anything to distract you from good things that you want to do. Adaptability. A sound mind enables students to adapt to new learning environments or methods. This adaptability is crucial in today's rapidly changing education landscape, where flexibility is often required. Relationship between learning, education, and sound mind. Learning, education, and sound mind exist in a triadic relationship. Learning can be viewed as a process that occurs in various environments and is influenced by individual mental states. A sound mind facilitates effective learning by promoting engagement and ability to absorb and process information through clear and focused thoughts. Education encompasses structured systems that impart knowledge and skills. A sound mind allows them to navigate these systems successfully, as it promotes discipline, concentration, and the ability to retain information. When students maintain a sound mind, they are better positioned to absorb the educational value being taught and apply them practically. If we have been so nice, so good, we are very good in terms of health, when we get to school, whatever we are taught, just get home, look at your notes, and you compare once and for all. Once you are comparing, there's no person that comes in that class, in that subject, that will not be able to tackle. But if you are taught in school, you get home, you just close the book, no matter what you can find in the school, that you do not build any foundation on it, that thing will fade out within a short time. So gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá kọ́ wa ẹni ká jẹ́ nípa ilé ìṣọ̀kan ìdèrò. Even when you are in your money shop, you can read. When the customer comes, talk to something and you do that and attend to your customer, your money or daddy customer. But I discovered that some of us, we don't just like reading, but you don't have choice. You just have to develop it. Even if you are very successful in your own level, to pass jam is not easy. It's not all that easy. You just have to read, and you have to cultivate that reading habit. It's very, very important. Role of teachers, parents, and environment in achieving sound mind and academic success. The role of teachers, parents, and surrounding environment are critical for nurturing a sound mind and facilitating academic success. Teachers serve as both educators and mentors. They play a pivotal role in creating a supportive and inclusive classroom environment that encourages open communication and emotional expression. Teachers may be encouraged positive relationship by fostering a positive classroom that is dynamic. Teachers can create a collaborative atmosphere where students feel valued and supported. I've said this, that teachers, you don't look at the best students alone. Look at some students that are there, that are performing below expectation. Though when you want to take care of them during class hour, they might waste part of your time. But after teaching, during break, you can call them to the staff room, have a discussion with them one-on-one. Their problem may not be in the school itself, it may be from home. If it needs to invite the parents, please do, because we don't know where our children will be tomorrow. It's a matter of time, but we appreciate it. Encourage positive relationships by fostering a positive classroom. Okay, recognize signs of stress. Recognize signs of stress. Educators should be trained to identify signs of emotional or psychological distress among students. Know how to appropriately direct them to necessary resources. When the any student is having a problem, or you discover it's not behaving like other students, please invite him and discuss with him. Incorporate holistic approaches. Teaching method that incorporate emotional intelligence, training stress. As a teacher, when you are using a method and you discover that some students are not moving with you, try to use another method, use another approach, so that those students that are behind can equally do better. To the parents are primarily influenced in the lives of their children. Acting as their first teachers, their involvement is crucial in a child's academic journey. Parents can provide emotional support. How are they going to provide emotional support? When some of our parents leave home early in the morning and they are coming home in the evening, so tired, But unfortunately, they are not here today. I wish they are here. But as a student, as a children, as you are in secondary school, SS1, SS2, SS3, take time to talk to your parents. What you need, talk to your parents on it. Appeal to them. Pray for them. When you need to kneel down or prostrate to them, prostrate. They will listen along with you. Don't just be calm. If I said this, my father won't talk. If your father did not talk, did not respond to your request today, he will respond one day. At SS1, you should be bold to talk to your parents. Be bold. Appeal to them. Not that you want to shout on them, but tell them that my teacher said you should do this for me. You should do that for me. If you can't hear it one day, the day is coming that you will hear it and will respond to your request. Set realistic expectations. Parents should balance their expectations. Encourage children to strive for excellence. All our parents, they should educate. They should talk to their children. Tell them what you want them to become. You don't want them to be open door for the millionaire, for the politicians. We have some graduates working in fuel station now. I have a fuel station in Ibarapa where I used to buy fuel. The day I know that the guy that used to sell fuel to me is a graduate, is a second class upper from the University of Ibarapa. Every day I get to that, I don't allow him to open the tank of my vehicle. I come down, I open the tank myself. Because I'm not better than him. So it's what we have in Nigeria that we are living with. But whatever we have, our parents should take time to talk to our children. Tell them what you want them to be. Tell them the story of your boss, whose children have been performing very well. Though it's money, but not everything is money. I realize that. Not everything is money. This is my oga. When we are at student, he doesn't think of money, anything. When the contractor buy it for us, she will never be thinking of anything from anybody. And I invite that culture for you. I'm working in Ostratec now. Any staff of Ostratec will tell you that anything that has to do with money, you say, oh, don't look at that side. That's how life should be. She's not my mother, but in the office, she's my mother. I learned a lot of things from her. Let's invite that culture. If you see anybody, any of your teacher, any of friends that is doing good, look at that your friend. Embrace that good that person is doing. You are developing yourself too. Not your parents to do everything. You yourself, you have a lot of things to do for yourself. Social support network, community program, club and extracurricular activities provide platform for social interaction, fostering friendship that contribute to emotional well-being. All work and no play make Jack a bubble. They explain that to us here. You play, you dance, all those things, they are part of education. You must divide it. But don't do it excessively. If you like to play football, go to field, play football. Take time to go and eat when you get at home. Don't use all that energy on the field. It's very important. Safe space for expressions. Schools and communities that promote open dialogue about mental health, reduce stigma, and encourage students to seek help when needed. Just supporting their overall mental health. Our teachers, you can call any of your teachers to give a talk to the students. They will do that when they are secondary school in our time. They will bring somebody, a resource person to come and talk to us. Everyone in the assembly, when we are in the assembly there, if you be a teacher from the school, you will tell us about a field. And from that place, some of us develop interest. Some who develop interest in nursing, in physics, in physiotherapy, but not all of them can do the course. But we find ourselves in another course, and we thank God that most of us are excellent in whatever field we eventually find ourselves. Conclusion. Building a sound mind is not merely a personal endeavor, but a communal responsibility that encompasses educators, parents, and society. The interplay between a sound mind and academic success is complex, yet vital underscoring the importance of a holistic approach to education. By focusing on the mental well-being of students and encouraging positive practice that foster a sound mind, we pave way for the enhanced academic achievement and overall life satisfaction. It is my hope that we all commit to nurturing environment that prioritize both mental health and academic excellence, thus enabling the next generation to thrive in their educational journey and beyond. The lecture serves as a reminder that academic success is deeply intertwined with mental clarity and emotional well-being. By investing in building a sound mind, we can unlock the full potential of our students, equipping them not only for academic challenges, but for a life of fulfillment and achievement. With the above listed and highlighting points, the listener will agree with me that it is essential to help the learners acquire the necessary skills and knowledge to build sound mind in efforts to achieve academic success through curriculum. And when talk of curriculum, including programs of activities, program of instruction, and program of guidance within the school system and under the supervision of the school authorities. On a lighter note, all our students, let me encourage you on something. The phone we are using is very good. We have been benefiting from it. When we are in secondary school, we don't have phone. We don't have access to it. But what I've discovered is that some of us that use phone, we don't use it judiciously. Let's be cautious. Phone can destroy our life if we don't take care. I'm saying this because about that experience in my college. Phone, the parents want for their children has destroyed the life of some people. People at 91 have realized that. So we are secondary school students and your parents, right, they are all around, they are able to get you a phone. Don't let that phone destroy your life. Please be cautious in this phone. Even the adults, some of our money at home. When they start at the corner, they don't remember they're supposed to put for their children. It was late. Some of them prepare their children to school late because they are using phone early in the morning. You can talk about the phone. When you go to say, oh, their life is now destroyed. It has been destroyed life. If you want to know, physically at the college, I will tell you, because some of the students, and I will tell you the reason why I said they should not use it. And it's very important they use phone at school. Because the lecturer will be coming to class and they decide not to come to class again for some other engagement. And the student that gets to school to go back to his house, it's another 500. But we must be very cautious when you are using your phone. God bless our parents.